What's up, fellow YouTubers? Just thought I'd do a follow-up video to my T5 light adventure. If you guys remember from my last video, I was in the process of purchasing a TEK 8 bulb lighting fixture. It finally came in. I got it hung. I got a couple days to let things kind of just settle in. The corals, all I can say is wowzers, Batman. This lighting setup, 100% pleased with. It's showing polyp extension on my acros that I've never seen before, showing a lot of color. This tank, believe it or not, has a lot of blue in it. Through a little bit of research and questioning from some good friends that are in the business, and research that I've done on the internet, I have a lot of blue in this setup. This is an 8 bulb fixture. I have 6 bulbs that are the Giesman Actinic Plus bulbs. So it's basically, if you guys know anything, it's basically a pure actinic bulb. I've got 1 Fiji purple and 1 Giesman Aqua Blue Special. Aqua Blue Specials are not as they sound. They sound like there would be a lot of blue, but believe it or not, they're really white. It's basically a daylight bulb is what it is. And I've got, right now, as the corals are getting used to it, I've got the daylight bulb and some of the actinics coming on for only 4 hours a day. So basically they come on from noon to 4. And then I have my Fiji purple and some more of my actinics, which are the outboard lights, basically the out and the front and back, basically. They stay on from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So, you know, I've got quite a long photo period as far as the blue, but it's very dull and muted. But as far as all the overall lights being on are only for 4 hours. So the system I'm 100% happy with. I basically chose to go with the T5s is because one reason is T5s are kind of a tried and true setup. Metal halides are nice and all, but they put off a lot of heat, they draw a lot of power, and they run your electric bill up like you wouldn't believe. T5s basically are kind of the middle ground between LEDs and metal halides. Sure, you have to replace the bulbs anywhere from 6 months to a year, depending on how long your photo period is. But they do a very, very good job of growing corals. I've seen nothing but a lot of my shops locally have T5s hanging above their fixtures. The same exact fixture I have hanging over my tank is hanging over their tank. They're running basically exactly the same thing I'm running, and they're getting phenomenal coral growth. For me, that right there is enough to sell it. I'm not really sold on LED lighting yet. It's, in my eyes, still in the infantile stage. It's still very new. It's still very undeveloped. And believe it or not, people are burning their corals with LEDs because the light intensity is too bright. A lot of times people turn up the intensity more than what they need. With T5s, you pretty much have one intensity and it's right on par with what you need. So that's why I chose to go with what I got. Let's take a look at the fixture itself. It's a TEK basic fixture. It's not their elite, it's just their basic fixture. And I'm running the cable system that you can basically ratchet up and down for tank maintenance purposes or acclimating corals. My little gargoyle there, he's there kind of weighting down the front of the tank because, as you can see, the cords pull on the back end of the tank, which causes the nose to nose up. So he was just about the right weight, and I thought he was pretty cool. Just an overall shot of tank and light fixture. It's about 8 inches above the tank, and absolutely loving this thing. Suspended from the ceiling. and throwing a lot of light. So that's basically pretty much my setup. I won't bore you with the light blinding portion of the tank of looking at the bulbs. I absolutely hate it when people do that and they show you the bulbs and it just blinds the crap out of you. So I'll save you that agony. Overall, I love the new setup. It's showing me some colors that I've never seen before in my tank as far as brightness of, just as an example, you can see just to the right of that orange plate in your far left, that Gonapora was never that bright. It's basically a bright pinkish orange with a yellow mouth. And you know, my chalice down here, which is kind of a deep burgundy-ish orange. I don't even know if that's even a possible color, but it's got green striations through it and bright orange mouths. But all in all, I'm really pleased with the T5's fixture. I highly would recommend it to anybody starting out in the reefing part of our hobby. It's a tried and true system. A lot of people use them above their frag tanks and things like that. So all in all, guys, I'm pleased with it. But basically, if you guys have any comments or any insight, anything, feel free to do so. Just remember, comment, rate, and subscribe. And most of all, guys, have a wonderful day and happy reefing.